Chapter 1: The Problem of Extreme Complexity. In this chapter, Gawande presents the idea that we live in a world of extreme complexity, where no individual can have all the necessary knowledge or skills to handle every situation that may arise. The result is that even experts make mistakes, and these mistakes can be costly or even deadly. Gawande illustrates this point with examples from the medical field, including a case where a patient died due to a seemingly minor mistake during surgery. Gawande argues that checklists can be an effective tool for managing complexity and reducing errors. Checklists provide a simple and effective way to ensure that all necessary steps are taken and that nothing is overlooked. Gawande uses examples from aviation to show how checklists can be successfully implemented in complex environments. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Identify areas of your business where complexity is high and where mistakes can be costly. Examples might include product development, project management, or customer service. Develop checklists for these areas that outline the necessary steps and procedures to follow. Train your team to use the checklists and make them a standard part of your business processes. Chapter 2: The Checklist. In this chapter, Gawande discusses the elements of an effective checklist. He emphasizes that checklists should be simple and concise, with a limited number of items that are easy to remember and follow. The items on the checklist should also be specific and actionable, with clear instructions for each step. Gawande provides examples of successful checklists, including the WHO Surgical Safety Checklist, which has been shown to reduce complications and deaths in surgery. He also discusses the importance of team communication and collaboration in the use of checklists, as they can help ensure that everyone is on the same page and working towards a common goal. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Develop simple and concise checklists that are tailored to the specific needs of your business. Make sure that each item on the checklist is specific and actionable, with clear instructions for each step. Encourage team communication and collaboration when using checklists to ensure that everyone is working towards a common goal. Chapter 3: The End of the Master Builder. In this chapter, Gawande discusses the historical role of the master builder and how it has changed in modern times. In the past, individuals with specialized knowledge and skills were responsible for overseeing all aspects of a project, from planning to execution. However, as projects have become more complex, it has become increasingly difficult for one person to manage everything. Gawande argues that checklists can help fill this gap by providing a tool for coordinating the efforts of a team. He uses examples from construction and engineering to show how checklists can be used to manage complex projects with multiple stakeholders. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Identify projects in your business that involve multiple stakeholders and require coordination and collaboration. Develop checklists that outline the necessary steps for each stakeholder and ensure that everyone is working towards a common goal. Use checklists to facilitate communication and collaboration among team members, especially when working on complex projects. Chapter 4: The Idea. In this chapter, Gawande explores the origin and evolution of the checklist. He explains that checklists were first used in aviation in the 1930s as a way to manage the complex and rapidly changing environment of the cockpit. Over time, checklists became more standardized and were used in a variety of settings, including healthcare and construction. Gawande also discusses the importance of adapting checklists to the specific needs of different fields and organizations. He emphasizes that effective checklists should be customized to reflect the unique challenges and requirements of each situation. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Research the history and evolution of checklists in your industry or field. Identify specific challenges and requirements that are unique to your business or organization. Develop customized checklists that address these challenges and requirements. Chapter 5: The First Try. In this chapter, Gawande explores the challenges of implementing checklists in real-world settings. He notes that while checklists can be very effective, they can also be difficult to implement and may face resistance from those who feel that they are unnecessary or cumbersome. Gawande offers advice on how to successfully implement checklists, including involving frontline workers in the development and testing of the checklist, starting with a small and manageable checklist and gradually adding more items, and making sure that the checklist is easy to use and fits into existing workflows. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Involve frontline workers in the development and testing of checklists to ensure that they are relevant and effective. Start with a small and manageable checklist and gradually add more items as needed. Ensure that the checklist is easy to use and fits into existing workflows to minimize resistance and maximize adoption. Chapter 6: The Hero in the Age of Checklists. In this chapter, Gawande explores the role of individual expertise and judgment in a world where checklists are increasingly used to manage complexity. He argues that while checklists are a valuable tool, they are not a substitute for individual expertise and judgment. Gawande uses examples from the medical field to show how checklists can complement, rather than replace, the skills and experience of individual practitioners. He emphasizes the importance of striking a balance between the use of checklists and the exercise of individual judgment. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Recognize that checklists are a tool to complement, rather than replace, individual expertise and judgment. Encourage team members to exercise their individual judgment while using checklists to ensure that all necessary steps are taken and nothing is overlooked. Continuously evaluate and refine your checklists to ensure that they are effective and reflective of the latest best practices. By following these actionable steps and insights from the Checklist Manifesto, entrepreneurs can successfully implement checklists in their businesses and organizations to manage complexity, reduce errors, and improve overall performance. Chapter 7: The Checklist Factory. In this chapter, Gawande discusses the idea of a checklist factory, which is a centralized organization that develops and disseminates checklists for use in various fields and industries. He notes that checklists developed by a centralized organization can be more effective and standardized than those developed by individuals or teams. Gawande uses examples from the aviation and healthcare industries to illustrate the benefits of a checklist factory. He also emphasizes the importance of ongoing evaluation and refinement of checklists to ensure that they remain effective and up-to-date. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Consider developing a centralized checklist factory for your business or industry to ensure that checklists are standardized and effective. Involve experts and stakeholders from various fields and industries in the development and refinement of checklists. Continuously evaluate and refine checklists to ensure that they are effective and up-to-date. Chapter 8: The Test. In this chapter, Gawande discusses the importance of testing checklists before they are implemented in real-world settings. He notes that testing can help identify potential problems or issues with the checklist and ensure that it is effective and easy to use. Gawande uses examples from the healthcare industry to show how testing can be used to improve the effectiveness of checklists. He also discusses the importance of training and education in the use of checklists, as they can be ineffective if not used properly. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Test checklists in a simulated or controlled environment before implementing them in real-world settings. Identify potential problems or issues with the checklist during testing and make necessary adjustments. Provide training and education to team members on the proper use of checklists to ensure that they are effective. Chapter 9: The Save. In this final chapter, Gawande presents a number of case studies that illustrate the power and effectiveness of checklists in various settings. He notes that checklists have been used to prevent errors, improve safety, and save lives in a variety of fields and industries. Gawande emphasizes that checklists are not a panacea and are not effective in all situations. However, he argues that when used properly, checklists can be a powerful tool for managing complexity and reducing errors. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Identify areas of your business where checklists can be used to prevent errors, improve safety, and save lives. Implement checklists in these areas and continuously evaluate their effectiveness. Encourage team members to embrace the use of checklists as a tool for managing complexity and reducing errors. By implementing these actionable steps and insights from the Checklist Manifesto, entrepreneurs can improve their business processes, reduce errors, and increase their chances of success. The book offers valuable insights and examples from a variety of fields and industries, showing that checklists can be an effective tool for managing complexity and reducing errors in any setting.